Everybody, this is Justice for Comics. I wanted to shoot a quick video talking about the legendary Stan Lee. He has passed away today at the age of 95. I'm sure most people that are watching my channel know who Stan Lee is. He is basically the creator of what Marvel Comics is today. He created characters like Spider-Man, the Avengers, X-Men, just so many different characters, the Hulk. He collaborated with Jack Kirby to create many of these characters. Really, him and Kirby basically molded and formed Marvel Comics as it is today. And of course, we see its influence today in pulp culture with movies, theme parks based on Marvel characters. It's unbelievable what basically him and Kirby were able to create together. And Stan Lee was the writer. His talent was in understanding the heart of a character and how to make that relatable to the reader. And you had Jack Kirby, who basically just was great at character design and could draw, just a prodigious drawer. He could draw just about anything, and the two of them together really formed a fantastic partnership and were able to create so many things back in the 60s. Obviously, Spider-Man being probably the greatest creation. I would put Spider-Man up there with Superman and Batman as, in the top three character created character created in the history of comics. I'd probably put Superman #1 because that's the first superhero ever created by Simon & Schuster, and then Batman would be probably second, created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, and Spider-Man, Stan Lee and actually Ditko, right? Stan Lee and Ditko were the two that created Spider-Man. I think Stan Lee had the concept of Spider-Man being a teenager, and then Ditko had come up with the character design and the look of Spider-Man. So the two of them together just created, in my opinion, the third top comic book creation of all time, which is Spider-Man. And yeah, he passed away. He'll always be remembered. He was an ambassador for comic books. If you watch some old videos of him back in the 70s and early 80s, I mean, he was just a great ambassador for the comic book industry. Always had a smile, was just very good with the press and getting attention to Marvel Comics, and just really a fantastic promoter and creator. Yeah, so Stan Lee, there's lots of great things to say about him. I'm sure you can also, just when you look at anybody's life, you can always pick out some things about an individual that were not the greatest. And I'm sure you could do that with Stan Lee. He was a complicated person, but really he's well known and better known for his ability to engage the fans. He was always willing to do signings. He never turned away anybody that wanted to meet him. He was a good guy, from what I hear. I never had a chance to meet him. A couple times he was coming to Florida for a Comic-Con. He ended up canceling a couple of the cons, because of his health, so that's understandable. But yeah, and 95, that's a very long life. I mean, most people don't live to be that age, so he obviously lived a very long life, a fulfilled life. I think he's survived by a daughter. I know his wife passed several years before him, and I think he is survived by a daughter. But my thoughts are with him and his family. May he rest in peace. And yeah, so any comments you guys like to put on there, I would love to hear what you thought about Stan Lee, some of his great comic books that he wrote, maybe what your favorite character was that he created. He created so many. Yeah, I'm sure there's a list. I was looking at this article from CBR. It does list a lot of the characters he created, the kind of the history of how he took over Marvel. Actually, back in the day, it was called Timely Comics before it became Marvel. So this is a good thing to read on CBR. You'll get a little bit of a background on Stan Lee, some of the history of his creations and how he was able to expand the comic book industry the way he did. He always called everybody true believers, so that's a terminology coined by Stan Lee. He was a great man, and his influence will be felt for 100 years, 200 years from now, no doubt about it. And we have a debt of gratitude towards Stan Lee for everything he did for this genre, and just really pioneered the comic book industry. So may he rest in peace. Those were the thoughts I wanted to bring out. This is a good article on CBR today, so you may want to take some time to read it. It just gives you a good history on Stan Lee and his influence and really why he was such a legend. And that's about all the comments I had for today. I just wanted to post a quick video giving my thoughts and about Stan Lee's passing. I wish I had a lot of his old books from the past, but that's something I'm always striving for, to see if I could get some earlier issues. And his writing will always be there. He'll be forever memorialized in his writings in comic books and the characters he created along with Jack Kirby. So yeah, those are the comments I had. Let me know what you guys think. And it's a good day to reflect on Stan Lee and what he was able to do for the comic book industry and for everybody who loves this hobby. So he'll be missed, no doubt about it. All right, guys, that's all I had. Have a good day.